What is going on, guys? Casual here again. After the unboxing video with the King's Court, and I pulled this awesome Arcana Triumph Joker, I figured I might actually try to tool them into a deck that I actually use the Jack's Knight, King's Knight, and Queen's Knight in. I spoke about it in the unboxing video before. It is a Atlantis Dragons Dark Magician Warrior type thing, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into it with the monsters. First up here we have Dark Eradicator Warlock. Dark Magician is a pretty important boss monster in this deck. You run 3 copies of him, so this guy seemed like a natural choice. Plus, in this deck alone, you run a lot of normal spells and play a lot of normal spells, so even if your opponent is not popping off that burn effect, you're definitely going to with the normal spells. Then we have the Arcana Triumph Joker, 3 Dark Magicians, an Apprentice Illusion Magician, and a Dark Magician Girl, Magician of Dark Illusion, and Red Eyes Black Dragon. I threw him in for the Red Eyes Black Dragon sword, and also there's just other things you can do with this card that I'll talk about later. You can see. Then we've got the Legendary Knights, Timaeus, Critias, and Hermos. Those guys are summoned with Legend of Heart, the spell card. Then we've got Imperial Bower, that other ultra-rare pull we got from the King's Court opening for Jack's Knight, King's Knight, and Queen's Knight. Of course, Jack's Knight, King's Knight, and Queen's Knight, we got those new, fresh, rare reprints from King's Court. 2 Skilled Dark Magicians, Absolute Crusader, Breaker the Magical Warrior, Rapid Fire Magician, Magician's Rod, and Magician's Robe. And then Apprentice Magician, 2 Magician of Faiths, Magical Undertaker, and the Dark-Hex Sealed Fusion. So that does it for the main monster lineup. Let's move on to the extra deck monsters. Okay, so there's so many extra deck monsters in here that are all different that I couldn't fit them all on the same board as the regular monsters, so let's get into them here with... So these are the Dark Magician fusion monsters that you bring out with the Eye of Timaeus. Dark Magician the Dragon Knight, Amulet Dragon, Dark Magician Girl the Dragon Knight, and 2 Dark Paladins. You can actually bring this out with Eye of Timaeus as well, and I also have a Dark-Hex Sealed Fusion that you can use to bring this out. And then moving on, we have the Fang of Critias Dragon monsters, Doom Virus Dragon, Tyrant Burst Dragon, Mirror Force Dragon, and then the Hermos monsters, Time Magic Hammer is the Spellcaster one, and then the Warrior-based ones, Rocket, Hermos Cannon, and Goddess Bow, and Red Eyes Black Dragon Sword, the Dragon one. And then finally, to finish off the extra deck lineup, we've got an Ebon High Magician, great Xyz monster that you can use in the Dark Magician archetype. Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. You can use Red Eyes as well as Dark Magician to make this, so that's pretty good. And finally, the Arcana Knight Joker. So that does it for the monsters. We'll go ahead and move on to the spells and traps now. Alright, now for the spells and traps, we have Dark Magical Circle, Diffusion Wave Motion, Dark Magic Attack, and Dark Magic Expanded. That's all the Dark Magician support. And then we have the Legendary Dragon spells, the Eye of Timaeus. That's the one that brings out Dark Magician Fusions. The Eye of Critias brings out the Dragon Fusions that you use trap cards to bring out. And the Claw of Hermos is the one that uses either Spellcasters or Warriors to bring out fusion monsters. And then you have Legend of Heart, which by tributing a Warrior and then banishing the Legendary Dragon spells from your graveyard, or does it say from your hand or graveyard? That's better. You can then bring out the Legendary Knight cards, the Legendary Knight, Timaeus, Critias, and Hermos, respectively. And moving on to the Jack's Knight, King's Knight, and Queen's Knight support, we have Thunder Speed Summon and Face Card Fusion. Then we have Lightning Storm, Sacred Sword of 7 Stars. This is a great draw power card for this deck in particular, especially considering that we have a bunch of level 7 monsters in there, and with 3 copies of Dark Magician, we could probably get rid of at least one of them to draw 2 cards if we're in a pinch, right? Pot of Duality and Supply Squad, Magical Dimension. Then we have Tribute Doll, again, a lot of level 7 monsters, and this is a way to special summon one easy. Swords of Revealing Light, Warrior Returning Alive, and Reinforcement of the Army. Then for the traps, we got Eternal Soul, Magician's Navigation, Dark Renewal, Joker's Wild, Mirror Force, Magic Cylinder, Tyrant Wing, Crush Card Virus, and Hidden Book of Spell. So that was it. That was the deck profile, guys, for the Atlantis Dragons, Dark Magician, and now Arcana Knight hybrid deck with all those new cards we pulled from the King's Court box that were really cool. We were able to add a bunch of them into this deck, so hopefully that will make this mostly just for fun little character concept deck a little more fun to play. Hope you guys enjoyed. Believe in the heart of the cards. Bye.